Listen at me. Listen at me. I'm the podcaster now.
I forget that we do these every week. I forget every time. I'm like, oh, what's he saying?
I don't know this one.
Say it one more time, please.
It seems like it might be a sports film.
Listen at me. Listen at me. I'm the podcaster now.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the boss now.
Close.
I'm in charge now.
It's yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
I might be coming onto a boat.
I'm the captain now. Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
It was look at me, I'm the captain now.
Yeah.
No shoddy accents needed here.
When does that happen in the film?
When they take over the like, I was going to say cockpit, but it's not a cockpit, is it?
Oh,
what do you call it?
Cabin.
Cabin, yeah.
I don't think it's called a cabin. Someone's listening and rolling their eyes at us because that should be obvious what it's called.
The captain's...
The deck?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what? I've just got in my head. Port and stern is the only way I can try and say that I know something about boats.
Starboard.
Oh, that is there we go.
Stern's the back, isn't it?
Okay.
Anyway,
let's get on.
And the bow, is it bow?
Okay. We're all rubbish at boats. Although very topical for people that know what they're listening to.
Oh, it is. It is very good.
Yeah.
Was that on purpose?
No, I've just realised I did that.
Okay, good.
So, first things first, I think we kind of need to apologise and explain why this is coming out on a Thursday rather than a Monday. Massive bout of sickness in my household for sure, which has delayed recording. So apologies to the big fans. Brendan Baker in particular has been pestering me as to when it will be coming out. So hi, Brendan. And all things good.
We're better now, are we?
Yeah, we're better in our house.
Good.
I would be able to produce something that wouldn't involve spewing every time. If you're going to spew into this. I should have done that.
You should have done that one.
Oh, there we go.
I'm
Dominic, can you name that film?
Yeah, name that film.
Well, no. If you're going to spew into this.
If you're going to spew into this.
The accent's not too bad either.
Oh, what? Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah, he's got one.
I should have gone with that one. That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We got a new country.
Oh, nice.
So I'll just make a quick mention. I do know because somebody went on holiday there who that person is.
Oh, good.
But we got a little Mediterranean island this week.
Cyprus? Crete?
No.
Well, Cyprus. Malta?
Yes, correct. Malta.
Keep going, Matthew.
Yeah.
I did have a little conversation with Dom in the week that he made his way to Netherlands and he couldn't be bothered to pull over and download in Belgium.
But yeah, but like I said, I tried to do it in Austria and we didn't get one in Austria.
He definitely did it in Netherlands. If not, we've got big fans in Netherlands. Hi, Netherlands.
I didn't do it in Netherlands.
Oh.
I'm aware of someone that listens in the Netherlands.
There we go. Hi, Netherlands.
Hi, Netherlands.
Yeah, but like as we said on the way here, I was at Belgium. You go through Belgium in like an hour. So I didn't really...
It doesn't take an hour to download a podcast.
No, but it means stopping.
I think
children in the car.
Knowing you, Dominic, I think it's more about the roaming charges, but let's move on.
£2.29 a day. So I was okay.
It's a bargain.
Could have done it.
Oh, I don't know what to say to that, but there we go. So we're going to start, as always, with a little icebreaker. Now,
okay.
Now, do you remember, because I sent it to you in advance,
yes,
what that icebreaker was?
I don't think Dom does.
Dominic,
what was it about?
Dominic never prepares these, do you?
Oh, do you just make them up off the top of your head?
I don't. I think
right, the icebreaker, as far as I'm aware, was what things in family films annoy you the most as a parent?
Yeah, so I put, obviously we're all parents, differing ages. Mine are probably the youngest, then Matthew's, then Dominic's. But what things in family films, without naming a specific film, because it can't be a specific film.
He's thinking it up now.
Things,
see his face. Look, he hasn't prepared this at all.
No, I haven't. I'm not going to lie.
What things annoy you as a parent that sort of happens in family films?
You go first, Dom.
Well, no, you start and I'll get some. I'm thinking,
and then I'll agree with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is annoying.
No, I'm really trying to.
Come on, then, Matthew.
I'm
putting you on the spot, Matthew.
I got two main ones. I think my first one is when I watch a movie and the parents are so out of touch with the kids, they don't seem to know their kids at all.
Okay, so the classic idea that my parents don't understand me, or
but it's like when they're really far beyond that, when they they don't seem to even know their name, kind of thing, or the kid just goes up to the room and I don't know.
So you never see the parents or
Yeah.
anything like that.
They don't seem to interact with
That's
each
a good
other.
point. I
at
never
all.
thought of that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing?
No, the other one was where you have a kid that is not quite so bright in a movie,
Yeah.
and they seem to revel in it, and it's the comedy value, and it's it's brilliant to be an idiot. And I'm thinking,
Do you know this is similar? I've also gone down the character routes.
yeah,
Why have they got to have a rule breaking or bully character in every single film?
that is true. The bully, always
Even
was,
when it
isn't
doesn't even add to the storyline. There's just a really massive kid who's a bully, or
because
there's a kid who's a rule broker.
Yeah, it has to exist because then everyone
Yeah.
says, "Oh, it's a film about school. There has to be a bully."
Yeah, and
a big
in most
bully.
classes, it's not one person. Everyone's got little groups or anything,
Yeah.
or there isn't one.
Yeah,
There's not really, is there? Like
Okay.
the way that real world works, there's not one person who's a rule breaker in the class, and everyone else goes, "Oh, I'm really scared of that person." That doesn't happen.
unless that's you.
I never thought of that. Even as a teacher,
Yeah.
that's probably still me.
That's true.
So Dom, now you've had time to.
I can't think of anything that winds me up.
So you're watching a kids movie,
And I had one other thing.
And I'm thinking,
Oh, go on.
is when they include something that's not funny and just mean, and then you know that your kid's going to copy it.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I suppose-
Yes.
Oh.
Actually, that is annoying.
You know they're going to copy it, and there's no. Oh, for God's sake! Why have you put that in a family film?
Well, the kids find it funny though.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything at the moment. My daughter's running around going, "I am Groot." By the way, she's not seen the film. She's just seen the little series.
They're so good, that series.
Yeah, but she.
So good. Sorry.
She picked me up the other day and said, actually, he only ever says, "I am Groot." Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I didn't say otherwise, but I think she was just making a point that she does understand.
Come on, Dom.
Come
No,
on,
I'm
Zane.
just going to say, probably following on
Uh-huh.
from what he said,
Mhm, mhm.
is dad stereotypes,
Yeah.
how they do nothing.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
around the house.
actually, that is a great
I
point.
just thought of that, thinking,
Actually, do you know
the
what, in
one I watched the
general?
other day, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I do far more than that.
In general, mum and dad stereotypes where they
Yes.
decide that the mum seems to either
Going back 20 years or so.
yeah, old fashioned, and
Really
dad
old-fashioned, yeah.
never doesn't know anything about the kids either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We've had a little rant about family
Good.
films.
I'm
I hope
annoyed
nobody's got any now, but here we go.
Ooh.
Oh no.
No, I'm getting rid of the stress. That's what
Okay.
that noise was.
I thought you were just implying I've got loads of family films.
We'll find out, won't we?
So we've got the main challenge of our top 5 films. So it was number 67. I completely made that up. Number 67.
Correct.
Top 5 films that features an iconic vehicle.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, that was very adamant yes.
No, I don't. Yeah.
How easy did we find it, and have we gone down a certain road? See what I did there?
I found it very
Nice.
easy because, the iconic vehicles are very. That sounds really silly. They're very iconic. Yeah, and then there aren't many.
No,
I've done it based on vehicle.
See, I'm going to add something to the listeners here, which is we are not all car people. So if you've come and listened to us in the hope that we mention a specific BMW or a specific car, that is not going to happen because we are not those type of people.
no, to me, no. See,
I have a
agree.
grey car is almost as good as I can get.
So iconic to me is that it looks a certain way, very specifically,
Okay, mine was just memorable.
and also
Very memorable.
being me, I did try and interpret the word vehicle because I wondered what that actually meant.
Did you find a definition?
I did.
The Oxford definition says...
I did. It's basically something that gets you from one place to another.
And that's how I took it as well, yeah.
Pretty sure that's word for word what I said at the end of last
Well,
podcast.
Just I know
Yeah.
that's why I checked.
No, I'm just praising myself that is the
of course
definition.
You are. Of course you are. Come on
Something that,
Something
carries passengers is what I've got.
Oh,
Oh.
As well.
passengers. That
If
implies-
do they have to be human?
No,
Okay.
just something.
I
taking you
see,
from A to B.
I thought we'd end up with lots of the same in this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I thought we might have. What's weird is you the way you phrased it just a second ago, Matthew, brought a film to mind that I hadn't even thought of that has an iconic vehicle. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 for anything, but I'm wondering if either of you have. But
we'll discover soon.
We will find out. Who's going to kick us off?
Not me.
You first, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot. Right. The first thing I'll add is, absolutely by random, my number 5, 4 and 3 film all have the same rating on IMDb.
Well, there we go.
Amazing.
It must be to do with the lovers of the vehicles.
The only reason that I say this is because I went through hoping that all 5 would have the same, but they don't.
Did you try and find some?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
What is that rating?
7.3 for this out of 10.
Okay.
Just scrolling.
1994.
Oh, I have a 7.3 from 1994.
Yeah. Is it higher?
It is higher.
Okay.
So you need to give a bit more info.
Yeah, a bit more.
I can give you a very thing. There's an iconic jump scene that this vehicle makes.
Oh. I mean, it
Okay.
sort of. I think you need to give me more.
Bit more, yeah.
Why, have you got one as well, Dom?
No, I'm just trying to guess what it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that's what
Because
it's
there's lots
famous
of
for.
big jumps. Is it from jump as in... Okay, Karen. I'm
Yeah,
not
go
gonna-
on. No, good jumpers in.
From one thing to another or just...
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't remember. No, that can't be mine.
Well, that's
Keep
very
going.
coincident.
Keep
There's not
going.
this-
It is a
maybe
bit of
it's
a
not.
coincidence.
Okay, is it a 15?
No, it won't be. No, it can't be a 15.
What
No,
year? What
it's
year
not.
was it?
1994.
1994. Action adventure thriller.
Keep going.
15.
15. I know.
Yeah, mainly, and I thought that as well, Dominic, when I looked this up, mainly because of the language, I'd assume. Because when I tried to do the
Is there-
quotes, a lot of the quotes have a lot of F's and...
Is there any
Jeffs.
sexual content
not really. I'll be honest with you.
in the vehicle? I'm just
No,
trying to
no,
think
no,
I've got
no.
something. Okay, fine.
Okay, I'll tell you some interesting facts about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a vehicle because it's not the most obvious vehicle.
Right.
The whole movie is surrounded by this iconic vehicle, which reminds me of an American public transport.
Oh, I know. I think I know the film.
Okay. Is it a type of van or
No.
Bigger.
like an RV?
No, bigger.
Lorry?
Bigger.
Well,
Same
that's
sort of
debatable.
size.
Same sort of size.
Has passengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know what this is now.
And weirdly, I forgot about the beginning of this plot and how it comes about.
The beginning
do
has
they jump
a
to and
lift in
from?
it, doesn't it? Is there a lift at the beginning of the movie?
Well, it all surrounds a gold watch.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Definitely. I know the film now. Would you like
What?
Would you like to know what the film is?
Yes, please.
Hold on, I can do some quotes
Yeah,
here
do
for
some
Okay, go
quotes.
on, yeah, go.
Do some quotes.
Aren't they
Okay, there's an
sweary?
iconic jump scene I said.
There is.
This vehicle is not known for its velocity, more like its...
What's velocity without direction?
It's the name of the film.
He's not a maths teacher, is he?
Just generally, I thought people knew that.
No.
Okay. The one quote I've got is, "Did you have any luck with the bomb?" "Yeah, it didn't go off."
I don't think
No,
that one would go.
It's a bomb on a bus, Dom.
Something about wildcats.
Oh.
Wildcats. Is there wildcats?
What, you think I'm doing High School Musical?
No. What is it? Not
You think
wildcats.
it's speed?
It is speed. It
It
must
is
be speed.
Yeah. Dennis Hopper, Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels. Yeah.
Is that iconic or is it just a bus?
I would say, as
That's
someone
how I think of.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, yeah.
as someone that's not from the States, if I saw one of those buses or I got on one, I would say it would make some sort of speed joke.
Now, I'm going to be technical here because I completely forgot. There's a bus that blows up in the beginning,
Yes.
right? And basically, this guy, Jack, Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
stops something happening, and then Dennis Hopper character comes round and basically puts it on him to solve the crime of the next bus is going to go off, blah, 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 and he tells him where the bus is. He tells him everything because he wants to catch this Jack in the action, basically. He
Right.
thinks he's clever at it. But
It's been a while since I've watched this.
Yeah,
film, but
and
I have
that's
watched
what-
it
yeah.
quite a few times.
And that's what I'm saying. All I remember is they got on a bus. I thought it was by luck or something like that, but there is a bigger detail to it
And
than
it's
that.
not allowed to go beneath 50 miles an hour.
As soon as it
Yeah.
hits over 50, it's not
Triggers.
allowed to go below 50.
Mm.
Now, here's the
Gotcha.
interesting bit. Okay, first of all, I've done this for all of mine.
Okay, go
Go
on.
on, yeah.
Okay, they used 11 new look buses. This is for the geeks out there. TDH 5303s.
Oh, good God.
And 3 Grumman 870 buses. Here's the amazing bit. all of my...
That's not the amazing bit.
Okay, so first of all, they almost blew a woman up shooting the scene where it explodes because it was rolling down the hill and a woman tried to catch it thinking it was the actual bus. So she jumped on and has literally... Somebody's called like, cancel.
Oh my God.
Because somebody saw her jump on it. But she literally jumps on and all she can see is explosives.
Yeah, well, that would happen.
And then on top of that, most of the buses were driven by somebody on the top of the bus so that they could gut it, so they have scenes and acts in the middle of it. And the most amazing thing is, it goes on 2 wheels.
Oh, someone did that, didn't they?
No, they had the buses attached to vans.
What, underneath it?
Underneath
seriously random research here.
How amazing is that?
I've had an extra bit of time.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know someone's been ill.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But how cool is that?
Well,
that is good.
So, my number 5 film,
That's not
iconic bus.
Good. And I didn't have that
Speed.
one.
No, I didn't have that. I didn't even think of it. Yeah. I don't think that hits my iconic. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with Matthew though. If I went and saw a bus that looked like that, I'd be like, oh my God, that's like the bus from Speed.
I would think that.
Also, the jump where from one bit to the other.
Yeah.
Come on.
I did think of that film, but I didn't. It wasn't quite iconic enough for me.
Okay.
But I agree.
But
It's a good one for the list.
Okay. Matthew, I'll put you on the spot seeing as you put
Ooh,
me on the
go on
spot.
then.
Number 5.
Right. Now, this is the...
Here we go.
Right. So...
Here's the definition of vehicle coming out loosely.
No, not at all.
Roller skates.
No. So let's go. This is also a 15, 7.8 IMDb. Comedy,
I need a year.
1986.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it.
No, I think
for
I'm
sure.
okay.
So, it's the first film I remember that has an after credits scene.
Oh, so it linked. Oh, hold on.
So it links to another film.
No.
No.
Oh, I thought you.
So there wasn't a follow-on.
No, this is a standalone film.
But it has an end of scene.
It's
Hang
the
on.
first end of credits scene I remember.
Is it? Can we guess the vehicle?
Yeah, what type of vehicle?
Car.
It is a car.
Is it a small car?
that's a pretty general.
Smallish.
Okay.
What colour is it?
Oh no, I'm thinking of something different. I thought it was mini. I was going for the mini.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
yeah.
No,
3 minis were you thinking?
No.
Mm.
No, it's not that. It's set in Chicago, the movie.
Chicago.
You said what colour?
Would you like to know what colour the car is?
Red.
It is red. If I
A
tell you what-
red
anything.
iconic
right.
car.
Now, this is where we don't really know cars.
Do you
That's
know
not
what
our
it is?
I know, well, I didn't,
Is
not
it
the exact
American?
one.
Do you know the brand?
Yeah, that's it.
Ferrari.
It is a red Ferrari.
Is it somebody's dad's?
It is someone's
Car.
dad's. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. So I've got some questions that I'm going to ask.
It
Go on.
crashes.
It does.
I don't know if it's Ferris Bueller's Day.
Correct.
It is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I've never seen that fully. I don't think.
So, I don't really know cars, but I do know that is a red Ferrari in that film.
Absolutely.
And it does make me think of that film, and particularly the scene
Where
which
he
is-
picks her up from the school is what I would go to.
Oh no! See
Because they kiss each other and the
where's
and the head
the dad?
teacher,
Thinks
he's
the
meant to be the
dad.
dad,
Yeah,
and the head
a bit
teacher's like, "That's a bit weird. That's a bit much, that kiss."
No, well, so there's a bit at the end where they're trying to put the wheels. They put it up and they put the wheels in reverse
Because
so
they
that
want
the speedometer goes backwards.
Yeah.
But that obviously wouldn't work, and also they let that happen for quite a while before they check it's working, which doesn't make sense.
because they're so carefree, man.
Yeah.
I also, to be honest with you, he's a bit annoying. He's far
Okay,
too
so hold on, for a
confident.
top 5 film here.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
not-
are
you're
you
not
feeling
selling
Do you
it.
actually like the film?
Yeah, I love the film.
Okay.
Love the film. I think it's brilliant. I want to know where they got all their money from for that day.
I don't think they're bad off
We've
looking
got
at their
Ferrari.
houses.
Fair,
Has
actually,
he got a
fair do.
Ferrari as a car?
No, one of the kids' dads does. It's not Ferris Bueller's.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Actually, they are pretty well off. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not doing bad, are
But-
they? But actually, if you think of that time and era, when they go to the restaurant, they pretend to be someone else, as if he's got a tab, maybe, or anything like that.
maybe.
They're the sausage king of somewhere. That's
it
just
is, you're
clicked to my
right.
brain.
It
Yeah.
is.
Sorry. Is this in your top 5?
Nope.
No, he just knows it.
every
It's
week.
a great film. It is a great film, and
It's a good film.
so the end
Yeah.
of credits scene is the first one, the earliest one I remember, where at the end he sits there and goes, sort of comes back, like peeks around the door and says, "What are you still doing here?"
Oh yeah, you're right. He
Go
does.
home.
Yeah.
And
That's why I thought, because at the end, I thought there was an end credit in Italian Job.
I don't know. There might be. I don't know that one.
I think it's just still teetering on the edge on that. But yeah,
okay.
I think that's just the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
So yeah.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
And obviously, there's a cameo by Charlie Sheen in it, which is interesting. He plays like a, I don't know, drug dealer.
And there's a singing and dancing on a float scene. So
yeah, there is that. Yeah, and he bumps into his dad quite a lot. Bearing in mind he's in the middle of one of the biggest cities in the States. So anyway, obviously for comedic value for films.
Yeah, and he doesn't know his girlfriend either.
No,
because
actually,
in
the
taxi scene, he thinks she's flirting with him.
That's right.
But he doesn't know that's her.
And
but anyway,
the headmaster is far too keen to get him caught.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Yeah,
isn't that the whole
it's
film?
a lovely school, obviously, because he hasn't got anything else to do but chase one kid.
Not even, it's just far too busy.
So realistic, it's unbelievable.
So yeah, that's
There
my
you
number
go.
5.
Dominic, number 5.
Right, straight to me. 2014.
Oh,
Quite a recent one, of course, for
Right.
Dominic.
Yeah.
yeah, I was about to say anything. Post-
12. It's a 12.
No, go, you go.
7.4 on
Okay.
IMDb.
Okay, standard score. Nice.
It's one of a more recent kind of trilogy from the same director. There's lots of films from this particular kind of franchise or brand, but they're from a long time ago. It was originally kind of a series, and it's been turned into films.
Right.
A series that's been turned into films. This is the first of 3.
No, this is the second of the 3 films,
And
because this is my favourite of them.
Oh, okay. So the vehicle appears in all of them?
Yes.
right.
Okay. So I know what this is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Matthew has picked it before. Am I right?
No.
Are you definite on that?
Yes.
Does it have 2 vehicles?
No.
Okay, it's not that film then.
But 2014, which is quite new.
Yeah.
It's not your standard vehicle.
Okay.
I thought, but I thought you might have picked the second one. I'm trying to do this in code here.
I know what's going on. I need more clues. Give
What
me more
type of
clues.
vehicle? So, directed by J.J. Abrams.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
It is Star Trek, yes. And it's the second Star Trek Into Darkness.
So it's the USS Enterprise.
It is,
Which
yes.
is a vehicle. I'll give you that.
Okay,
Absolutely.
now I get a little bit confused here because all of those 3 sort of blur into one for me. That's not the one with Cumberbatch.
It is the one with Cumberbatch.
Oh, it is the one with
that's the best
What's
one.
the third one?
I don't think I've seen the third one.
No, I don't.
I think I have, but I can't remember it as well as this one. First one kind of set the scene,
Is
because that's when he becomes the captain of the USS Enterprise, and then the second one, he's on like a mission
right
around the globe, essentially. But
is the third one the one with the white alien lady? Or was that the first
Mm.
one?
I can't remember.
white alien lady?
Yeah,
Can't remember.
I remember
where she's
really
got
enjoying
like,
the film.
where
but
she's
I've
got
only seen
like a cloaked vehicle that they didn't know was there, and she's sort of stuck. I think that's the third one now. I think that's gone through my head.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking
He
about.
has a motorbike in that one, so that could have been another vehicle. But there you go.
There's a motorbike in the first one when they go back to.
Okay, so I definitely know that's the third one. The second one's one I can remember the least, and I know it's got the Cumberbatch in it. So.
I remember. Is that
So
the
that's
second
cool.
one? Is where they had to dive.
Yes.
There's a diving scene
So they have to jump from one ship to the other
That's it.
using a suit, and they have like a
together.
specific
So
trajectory.
like Wall-E
In a way, yes.
or The Martian.
Not in The Martian.
No,
Not as
quite,
that.
No,
But
this
no,
is.
so they have suits that tell them
They have to go
the
straight.
trajectory,
Don't
they
they?
have to go and they have
Right.
to correct themselves. And there's a lock. They're going onto the kind of enemy ship at that point
Okay.
Right, through space.
through space.
So, and their
Yeah.
suits are only going to last for a certain time.
Yes, they haven't got enough oxygen.
Right.
No, they're fine, but his gets cracked, and so he's running out of oxygen.
Okay. There we
And
go.
Okay, so-
Scotty is on the other on the other.
More
vehicle.
specifically, it's the USS Enterprise.
specifically, yes.
Mhm.
Iconic.
It is
And that
definitely
is
an
my-
iconic shape, but I couldn't tell you other than the bridge.
No, it's got the 2
It says
bits at the back.
Yeah.
It says the name on it. That's probably quite.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And it must be
Yeah,
massive.
that'll
It
give-
must be massive.
I was going to say, how
absolutely
massive is
huge.
it?
Well, they're in this tiny little bit at the top.
Yeah.
Is that are
The
they
bridge.
right?
The bridge.
So here's the question: are they actually looking out, or is it just like a TV screen? You know, the
I
bridge.
think they've got both because they turn it into a TV screen because they can see people from.
So you think it's
other
like
vehicles.
what I mean is
No,
it
but that
like
could
a
be
plate
like
of glass?
Minority Report overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
a
thinking
piece of glass
it's,
you project
I'm thinking
onto.
it's. They,
I
yeah.
think they're right in the middle of the ship, and it's not a window.
No, they're at the top. I swear there's been a pan out at some point.
I'm pretty sure they
on one of the USS Enterprise. It could have been on the TV series, but I'm pretty sure there's been a pan out from like the captain's seat out the top of the vehicle.
Yeah, but Simon Pegg's really good in it.
Simon Pegg is
isn't
good
he?
Oh yeah,
in that,
that's true.
And he helped write one of them. I can't remember which one.
You're right.
Yeah,
He is good.
He loves his
Scotty in that.
sci-fi, though.
He does love his sci-fi.
He's in his Star Wars
it's
as
probably
well.
one of the films that I actually enjoy Chris Pine in.
Oh, that's a scalding.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't-
you
I
not
can't think
like
of
him
any-
generally? and
No, I
sort
don't
of
think
stuff?
he's bad. I just don't think he's been in very good films.
Okay, we'll leave that for another day.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Anyway,
yeah,
we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that.
Roll
That's another
Roll
conversation
on. So
for another day.
your
Right, my number four
four.
film. 1983,
I don't have it, but I think I know what it might be.
Hugo.
15.
Oh, no.
1983.
Again, mainly because of language, I'd say.
Right.
1 hour 38. Also 7.3 out of 10, just in case you haven't worked this out.
Right.
Adventure comedy. Now,
83.
yeah.
So, adventure comedy. Right. Is this... Is the vehicle wood panelled?
Yes.
Okay, I know
Matthew's
it is.
in.
I know it
Green with wood panels.
Yeah.
So, as
So
I
it's
said...
it's a car.
Yeah,
As I
Okay.
said, hold on, I'll give you some more.
It's good.
Because again, I can name the cars. So it's a heavily modified 1979 Ford Limited Country Squire wagon,
I know which one it is.
which custom car king George Barris
Oh, go on.
added modifications to, and then they ended up calling it the 1983 Ford Wagon Queen Family Truckster in the film. But that's not a car.
Dom's
Oh,
face.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's
Properly
got it right.
geeked out on the names
But
of
it
these
is,
vehicles.
but it is green with
green.
wood paddles.
Yeah.
But
Wood panelling on the outside.
the lead role has actually ordered an Antarctic blue super sports wagon with an optional rally fun pack. But there's a 6-week wait for the car, and he really wants it for his trip
Going on
that
holiday.
begins the next morning. And they've just crushed his wagon in the trade-in dealership.
Isn't it just flattened, so it's a
Yeah.
bit flat?
So he basically has no choice but to pick up this terrible car.
I'm pretty sure I must know it. I must
You
have seen
do.
it, right?
There are children in it called Rusty
Oh, it is one of those.
And Audrey.
and Audrey.
I can't think what they're called. The Griswolds.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the
Is that right?
first one. I went for the first one because it's the most.
Vacation.
Yeah, for
I can only remember the one where they go to Vegas.
oh
That was
yeah.
like the fourth one with Chevy
Yeah.
Chase.
See, this one's the one where they get to Wally World because that's the whole thing.
No, I do remember.
And
that
John
one.
Candy's the security guard. He's like, didn't the moose tell you?
The moose, that's right.
Didn't the moose tell you? We're closed. I don't know why he
Yes.
sounds
No, I
like a
remember
squirrel, but there we go.
I just remember the hubcaps being stolen.
Yeah, and the bit that I remember the most is they forget where they put the dog.
Oh, goodness.
I think it's his mother-in-law, or is it his mum? I can't remember. But she's got a dog with her, and they tie it to the van.
It's like a
They
great
tie
aunt.
it to the truckster.
It's a great aunt.
It's a great aunt. They tie it to the truckster, and then they've just driven, and they're like, "What's that rattling noise?" It's the leash at the back of the car.
That's why it's a 15. Animal cruelty.
I didn't know.
Weirdly, there is another iconic car in there that I could have used, but I would have been
Ferrari.
Yeah, I would have been exactly the same as you. Red Ferrari. Christine Brinkley's
Christy
in.
Brinkley, that's
Yeah.
it.
They win loads of cars in the
In the
Vegas
in the
one,
Vegas
don't
one,
they?
yeah.
They do.
Rusty
Again,
does.
can you name any of those types of cars?
No.
No,
Mustang.
because we're swaffers.
No, it was a Lamborghini. One of them was a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one is a Lamborghini.
Probably.
One's
that
a
sounds
Ferrari.
right.
Probably
Probably.
one's a.
One was a big Hummer.
But
Yeah.
for me, for all the wrong reason, that's an iconic car.
It is iconic.
And
I agree.
on my little quest, doing a little bit of research, because you know I love it, there is somebody who has recreated that and goes on family trips. He's got like an
Oh,
Instagram
gosh.
account.
See,
Oh my
I'd say
gosh.
that's iconic. Yes, so that's
That's a
very
good one.
much that's that car.
You're right, because if
Yeah.
I saw a wood panelled car, first thing I'd think is vacation.
Even worse, wood panel on the outside.
On the outside, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Who thought
It's
that
like
was
a
a good
laminate.
idea?
I swear it's like a laminate.
That can't be good if they're in crashes. Like, it can't.
It's not actually wood. I think it's a laminate. It's wood
It's like a
effect.
plastic-
But why would you want your car to look wooden?
He doesn't want that car in the
No,
film.
I know he doesn't, but those cars exist.
Yeah.
But there we go.
There we go.
No, good car. Good choice.
There you go. So far,
I've just thought of another one.
different iconics. Well, you can't pick it
I
because you've
know,
got your
but
list.
it's
Well,
like,
he's
you know,
trying
like-
to change it. He's
No,
got
I'm
his
trying to add it
computer
to
out
my
there.
Got his
list.
He's trying to
computer out
change it.
today. Now he's going to edit as he goes.
I'm not that
Alright.
good.
Right, my second car.
Yes, your number
Number
four.
four.
My number four. Sorry, my number four.
Do it
I gave
right,
away
come
what
on.
vehicle it was as well there, by the way.
Your car.
So are they all cars in yours?
No.
Okay.
Okay, just checking.
No. Just checking myself. Right, so
One. He's
This
got
one,
that's
yeah.
different.
this one, so 6.8 on IMDb.
Not very good.
It's a Universal. So it's a U.
I thought you meant as in the production company.
Could be.
It's a Universal film.
No, it's a U. So
Okay.
it's for everybody.
What year?
1976.
Dominic's not picked that one.
Not pick
No.
that one. Right. Would you like to know the? I quite like the little topics that or genres that IMDb thinks it is.
Yeah, go for it.
Go on then.
Comedy, gangster, musical, crime.
And it's a U.
Oh yeah.
So it's a musical comedy crime.
Gangster.
19. I can only think of like West Side Story, but
No.
Say the categories again.
Comedy, gangster, musical, crime.
1983.
1976.
70.
Where did I get 83
I
from?
don't know.
You're looking at your
Jeremy's-
screen. See,
Jeremy's
look,
last one.
he's so he's
He's
attention
into
is
Googling
terrible
it. You're just
today.
Googling it. Don't Google
No,
it.
I'm not Googling it. I've still got...
Okay, so I'll give you some more. I'll give you some
Yeah,
more.
give me some clues.
The tagline. The
You love a
I do
tagline.
love a tagline.
Go on.
Grab your gat and grab your gal.
That's it.
That's the tagline. Grab
Hold
your
on.
gat.
Has it got
What's
Jodie Foster in
It
it?
does have Jodie Foster in it. Jeremy's in there.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Go on then. Just go for it.
Splat guns.
Splat guns.
We could have been anything that
Bugsy
we
Malone.
wanted
It is,
to be.
Because it is actually the pedal cars.
yeah,
So the big
yes.
old-fashioned,
That was on the other day. Sorry.
big old-fashioned cars, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
is that live telly?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, that old thing.
But so I made this list, and then I thought of those cars for some reason, and I thought it's not necessarily the car itself, but it's the pedal element
if
of it.
that's on your list, can I ask if another film which has pedaling is on there?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You can talk
I'm
to me
hoping.
later.
Well, yeah, I'll talk to you about it later.
No, so it's the,
Prehistoric.
no,
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
No,
Oh, yeah,
not that one.
No one's got it.
No.
No.
So it's not the Flintstones.
It's not the
Okay.
Flintstones.
No.
But I thought you
What?
might be
No,
under a
no, yeah,
theme.
no, I haven't got it. No.
So yeah, no,
Not sure that's that good a film.
No, terrible.
those pedal cars. I just remember wanting one because I thought
we had the carts,
sort of
didn't we?
we
pedal
had
carts.
like carts.
Well,
but-
What are you
still
talking about?
got it.
Mum's still got our
Yeah,
car.
Evie
that's
still goes
true.
around the block in it. Yeah.
So yeah,
Amelia
those
does as
big
well.
versions. I love the chase.
Move the seat.
Yeah.
The beige
Oh.
one. The beige one in particular. Dandy Dan's. Beige
Oh.
one.
That is a cracking film. That is a good film. I didn't realise it was Jodie Foster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jodie Foster's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the only person I could name. Oh,
Scott
and
Barrow?
yeah, guy who's Charles in Charge, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dexter Fletcher's in it.
Dexter Fletcher is in it.
Dexter
Babyface.
Wow.
Pass this the baby
Babyface.
face. Pass this the baby face. I am baby face. Yeah, that bit.
Yeah, it's got some good songs. I'll
yeah,
give you that.
it does have some good songs. Yeah. So yeah, that one's
I'm
my.
not sure I'd say that's an iconic vehicle because it just looks like an old vehicle.
No, it's if
It's
you
the pedal
saw
element.
a pedal element of that,
A
you would
black.
absolutely think of Bugsy Malone.
Yeah.
It's the pedal element.
Do you think
that
anyone's
has to be
made one
included.
into a pedalo?
What,
Oh,
for
so it
on
floats
water?
on water. Oh.
Oh,
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that's the bit. So it's the pedaling bit. I think if it
Okay.
was just the car
Because
itself,
doesn't-
I wouldn't
Because
necessarily.
he's
think of
got a
it.
car, the Bugsy,
Mhm.
and he drives. What's her name? It's going to annoy me.
Blousy Brown.
Oh, what a stupid name.
Blousy. Those you say, what's your name? Brown. Sounds like a loaf of bread. Blousy Brown. Sounds like a stale loaf of bread.
Is that what they say?
That
Yeah.
I know. That's the
But
comedy
he drives
genius.
her
Wow.
around like he actually is a driver, isn't
He
he?
is a driver, yeah.
That's what he's hired to
That's
do.
what it's hard to
Mhm.
do in the back. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. See?
Does he work for Fat Sam?
Well, in that job,
Yeah.
Sam pays him handsomely.
I love
Sorry,
how
have you
Matthew
rewatched
keeps
it recently?
quoting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
My quote, by the way, I had a quote which was poisonly.
Do
Poisonly?
you remember?
Poisonly.
This is very particular. We used to think
Yeah.
the cleaner wasn't singing it correctly, and we thought it was Michael Jackson. I don't know why I've got that in my head.
So the character that plays Razzmatazz, his real name is Michael Jackson.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Razzmatazz, that's his character, is it?
That's
one
the
who plays
piano player. His
Yeah,
name's
but in
Razzmatazz.
my head just
I didn't
then,
know that.
because he's been
Why
doing
do you
his
not know that?
research, Dominic. Do you not
That's too
research
much.
your
That's
films?
too much.
But Razzmatazz, as you say,
Yeah.
in my head, I knew there was something to do with Michael Jackson, but I think I'd mixed it into Michael Jackson sings his part.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun, 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 dun.
Are you carrying on? You wanted...
Right, go on.
It's only because I want to sing a different one.
Dom, you're next. Yours is next.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to rattle through it. 2014.
Another
Again?
one. Another 2014.
All right, chill out. 18.
Oh, an 18.
Oh, an 18.
Oh.
Good rating on IMDb.
7.4.
Oh, you're consistent as well.
Yeah.
Was I?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't even do his own research.
Well, he's
I
doing
just-
it now.
I'm
He's
detailed.
Googling it
I'm more
again.
Yeah, sorry. It is. No. So, this is a particular vehicle
Yeah.
that.
Oh, this is the whole point of this.
Yeah, it is a
Keep going.
particular vehicle.
If you let me finish.
Is
It's
it
not
iconic?
a car, you're saying.
Let me finish.
Right.
Oh, is
that
this the one I think? Is it the second in a series?
No.
Okay.
There's 4 in this.
The look
franchise.
on your face then was like, no.
Yeah, no one's let me
Disgust.
speak about my film.
All right.
Oh, sorry. We're trying to guess. We're playing the
Yeah,
game.
okay, yeah. But you don't know anything about
There's
the
4.
film.
There's
I know
4 in
it's-
this series.
yeah.
There's
4.
4 films in this franchise, yeah, and the car appears in all of them, but he doesn't drive it in every single film. But this particular film is the first of all 4.
Right.
It is black in colour,
The car.
the car,
It's a car.
and it's iconic purely because
Hang on. Is it a superhero film?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
he
see,
is
I know.
super, but he's
yeah.
not a superhero film.
Oh.
He's super.
He's not got any powers, but he's just awesome. So yeah.
Okay, so it could be. Is it DC?
No, it's
Okay.
no superpower. No superpower.
All right. Okay,
Okay.
keep
It's
going.
in New York.
Yeah.
I will give you the kind of the. I've got some. Sorry.
The premise of the film.
There's a certain type of currency they use in these films in the underworld.
Currency.
Oh, this is
Of-
ringing.
Hitmen and things like that.
Oh, is it?
They-
Is it
Yes. All the films have the same name, but they have just a digit at the end of it. That's
They do have
different.
one.
1,
Currency.
2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
Mhm.
I sent you a picture
And
of
it
this
begin-
You
when
did.
I was watching
Oh,
it. the
okay.
other
I think
day.
I've only seen this is the one I keep
Yeah.
saying. I've never seen the ending of the first one.
Probably.
They all merge quite a lot. to be
They
fair.
are. They're very.
all
They're very.
similar.
Well, there's lots of good
If you'd like
fighting
to-
scenes.
what is it?
So we might as well say John Wick.
It's John Wick, yeah.
Okay.
And which of the John Wick films?
The first one.
Right. And
So I've seen this bit up until the last 10 minutes for those keeping
That
on
got
board.
me hooked on the John Wick films purely because the action is
right.
Second to
intense.
none.
Now,
Yeah.
in my head, there's no iconic vehicles for me.
Black
I'm
Mustang,
just
the one that he
thinking-
drives.
I'm just thinking, oh, see, I thought it was in my head. I had like a black gangster vehicle. But
No, it's a Mustang Boss specifically.
Oh.
But the whole premise of the first and second film is that they steal his car and he has to go get it back. But it plays a big part in the film, and it is a
They still
Particular-
not in the first one. I thought it was all about getting revenge.
about his car and his dog.
not that I like
To get his
tearing you
car
apart,
back.
Dominic, but you're telling me that you told me you rated it by iconic vehicles. You're telling me that in the general public, that's more iconic than the USS Enterprise.
No, I did it based on the film as
okay.
well as
there
it.
you go.
Okay.
So he's combined the two.
I've combined
Yeah,
the
okay.
two
List.
like I always do.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just checking. I'm just
If
checking.
it was just iconic vehicles, I'd have a very different list
Yeah. Well, mine kind of are like
Yeah.
that, but yeah.
because I don't like some of the films that have got the most iconic vehicles.
I don't think I could tell you what that car looks like though.
I've
if three
got-
cars that look similar
Yeah.
were all outside, I wouldn't be able to pick
You
which
could
one
put
was which.
you could put the black car out of Fast and Furious in front of me, and I'd tell you that's
Mhm.
the same one. I've got
I
no
could, I
idea.
could say that about a bus. I couldn't tell you the speed bus.
You
It's
could
a,
tell.
a bus
Hold
is a
on.
bus. It's got the openy doors.
Hold on.
Yeah, but this car's
Red
black.
London bus, blue Aviva bus, or the shiny silver bus. Which
Blue
one is in
Aviva-
speed?
I'd like to say it's green.
I like the
Aviva,
idea of
but yeah.
Speed being remade with an Aviva bus.
I'm just saying. For me, I'd know that car.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I can't argue that.
No,
That's
it's
your
fine.
opinion.
Interesting. Just
Okay.
from my guess, but for you, that makes things interesting.
As in, you think you might be on the right lines.
Well, no.
I mean, is it a crime drama or crime action?
Action crime thriller. This one.
Yep, there you go.
yes, it was.
Right, so you might be in
Yeah,
line.
anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, on to my number 3.
Yes.
Now, I'll be surprised if somebody doesn't have this higher.
Mm-hmm.
1994.
Yeah.
No.
And if Matthew says yes, this bodes very well for my guess for him.
I have it at number 3, my 1994, so I need more information.
One more.
Is it a 12?
Yes.
7.3?
Yes.
1 hour 47?
Don't know. Maybe.
Comedy?
Yes.
Right, Dominic, all I'm going to say is a more iconic jump
Really? A
Maybe you
more
don't know the same
iconic jump.
than the Speed. I would say the reason I think of this vehicle is because when it jumps,
A slow-mo jump.
a slow-mo jump.
If I give you a quote, we can probably talk about this because this is my number 3 as well.
Yeah.
So the quote that I think is in the movie...
By the way, is it a 1993 4D 150 which has been adapted?
that does sound... Yes,
Yep.
that sounds right. So I'll give you a quote then.
Go on.
Go on then.
According to the map, we've only gone 4 inches.
Yes, that's exactly it. We've got no food. We've got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
How was your day? Not bad. Fell off the jetway again.
Dominic will get it on
what
this
year
one.
was this?
Dominic,
What
you'll
year
get
was
it on
it?
this one.
94.
Want to hear
Is
the
it
most annoying sound in the world?
Yeah, that is the one I just thought of. That's the one I just thought
yeah.
of.
The
Think
mutt
it- the
cuts
mutt cut,
car.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I've got. Basically,
My number 3 as well.
it's got a carpeted exterior and dashboard, custom dog featured panels,
So
a
good.
wooden centre console, and a mutt cut logo on each side.
Oh, I do love that film. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my number 3 as well because you're absolutely right. If you, to be honest with you, you see any car dressed as a dog,
You
I
would
would
say
say
Dumb and
Yeah,
Dumber.
Dumb and
that's
Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Absolutely.
Iconic. I don't
Don't
even
it
know
do-
how you argue that.
No.
Mark.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we
Love
could
that.
spend most of the podcast just quoting it.
And anyone who's seen that film can quote something out of it.
Mhm.
What jump?
So he
With the
so
dogs
so
in
when
it.
they go
When he
in the
first
dog
sees
vehicle,
it, yeah.
it goes
With the
goes
must-
over a jump and the ears come up
That's
and then
right.
flat back
That's
down.
when they're eating mustard.
And all the
hot
dogs in the back going all over the place.
That's the
right.
very beginning. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
And that's when they get absolutely covered. Okay, fine.
But
I
that
didn't realise. Yeah.
you're quite right. If that drives down the street, we're all taking pictures in front of it, going, "I can't believe I've just seen the Dumb and Dumber vehicle."
Have you ever seen the second one? Completely.
I have.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Well,
the
there was
beginning's quite funny.
there's technically 3, right?
No,
Because there's
The original. When they're
there's-
younger.
there's one from when they're younger where they recast them.
I've seen that one. I didn't enjoy
I
it.
have seen all of them.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
count that.
No.
Tangent, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as good. The original can't
But
ever
yeah,
be
Lloyd and
beaten.
Harry.
Because it is ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely.
Where are you from? Austria. Well, good day, mate. I mean,
It's when
it's
he
all
rolls down the
it's all
window.
dad jokes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're,
Stupid.
Well,
most-
but they're stupid, aren't
yes,
they?
yes. Which makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Oh, putting the chilies in his burger.
Oh, well, they gives them a heart, and then
No,
feeding
and the
him-
rat poison.
the rat
And the
poison.
rat
He
poison,
swapped
yeah.
it for rat poison.
and then them thinking that they're actually hitmen.
Criminal mastermen. Yeah.
We
Oh,
got
I need to rewatch it. Yeah, good.
Yeah. So that's both our number 3.
That's both our number 3s.
Oh,
yeah,
high
That's
fives
our
on the number 3s.
Yes, high five. Nice.
We can only just
Don't
reach each
roll your
other.
eyes because you didn't think of it.
No, I did. Well, true.
Can I just say I've also got a bonus point because that
Oh,
is
did
what
you
I
get
put
that
for
with me?
Matthew.
Yeah, I mean,
But I did think it might go higher in your list, but no, that's nicely done.
no, yeah.
So over to you, Dominic,
Dom,
number 3.
Number 3.
I'm pretty sure this is going to come higher in people's.
Well, we've
Right.
only got 2 left.
Yeah.
But this to me is probably the most iconic.
Well, it can't be because it's your number 3. But go on.
Because I don't enjoy the film as well.
All right.
Okay, I think you've loosely used this
Yeah.
again. You're playing your
Go
mind
on.
games again.
I've done what are the iconic vehicles.
Right, go on.
Anyway, right.
And
Go
then
on.
in what order do I like the films?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's decided to mix it up this week, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
go
gone
on.
back to his wicked ways like the
Yeah.
beginning.
His weird little
Smells it.
Nuances.
1985.
Best couple is gone, girl. Go on.
Ross agreed with me on that one. 1985.
I might have this, but I might not.
I'll be right.
See, I might be in the same boat as you.
Mhm.
Is that we might have
A different
Is it a franchise?
franchise? Is there 3 of them?
4.
Yes, there's 3. 4.
Eh?
Okay.
4.
Okay. Different.
Okay.
Depends in which. Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. Give me some other stuff.
Well,
from
was
it.
it 1985?
Well, no, because So because I'm doing
Because you
this-
might be picking different films within a
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be picking the third one. That's
no.
what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got the first one.
You've gone for the first one. Give us some more information about the first one. Let's see if we're anywhere.
So it's 8.5 IMDb,
Mhm.
adventure comedy sci-fi.
Keep going.
Yeah. See, I think I've got one in this franchise,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a quote.
but
I
I
think
thought
that'll
there was
give it-
4, so I'm a little confused now.
Okay.
Roads.
Okay. So right, before you go any further, I am going to let you talk about this because I think I've got a different film, but it is part of the franchise. But I actually think I've got a different vehicle.
Okay, and that's what
I'm really confused.
and it's
now.
not part
Oh,
of
hold on. I agree with Matthew.
Yep.
Are you gone for the first film?
I've gone for the first film, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
You can-
I think
you
I've got
it?
the second film
I have as well.
because it's might be modified.
Right, hang on. Yeah. So how about we talk about these together?
Yeah, because it is my number 2.
Mine is number 1.
Ah,
Okay, this is my number 3.
we might have to break
Shall I just
tradition.
say it? Because
I think
Yeah,
we'll
go for it,
let's
go
break
for it.
tradition.
Mine's Back to the Future.
Okay.
Okay, and weirdly, I'll add in at the
Fourth.
same
What's the fourth
time.
one?
Yeah,
No,
what's the
no.
fourth one?
I've got confused.
He has.
But I have got Back to the Future Part 2 as mine.
Right, mine is Back to the Future Part 2 as well.
So I'll hold off on mine and why I picked that when you get to your number 1.
Okay, deal.
But
Talk
you can
about-
talk to us
talk
about Back to the
about-
Future number 1.
Talk about your number 1. Talk about
Do
Back
you mean
to
the-
the
I wanna know
Future
what you think
Part
about
1.
the DMC DeLorean.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
sorry, Jeremy, have you done some research on this for me? Or?
Well, I could wait until I want to talk about it.
So it's not the DeLorean that you've gone for.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh wow.
But why have you gone for the second one then?
Well, I can't tell you that until we get to it. But I now also know what Matthew's gone for.
Right, hang on. So Dom's doing number 3, and this is your number 2. So you'd be next to speak anyway. So why don't you both talk about it?
Okay, so I picked the second film because in the second film it's been modified to accept any sort of
Trash.
fuel. It also flies in the second one, whereas it doesn't really, except for the end scene, fly in the first one.
True.
Okay, so
And it goes through roads that are not on the ground in the second one. So I picked the second one intentionally, thinking it was more focused on the DeLorean and its capabilities.
okay. I've gone for the first one purely because
I have to say that the DeLorean itself is the iconic part.
it's the
right?
iconic part, yeah.
Yeah, so we're not disagreeing with
No,
that.
I
No,
agree
no.
with you.
And that's what I'm saying. I've gone for the first one purely because that's where it originated. That's what I'm thinking. In this.
Yeah, and
particular
I've
instance,
gone-
and I prefer
And
that film. I remember. that
I've
more.
gone for my version because I think it's a better version of the DeLorean.
Yeah,
because he's
understood.
gone into the future, adapted it, and brought it back.
And that worked. Yeah.
Both
Well,
both have a
basically,
flux capacitor,
No one's disagreeing on the DeLorean, are we?
No.
And
No.
there was no way no one was going to pick this, were they?
except for you.
I have picked.
No, you
Well,
haven't
you
picked the
haven't picked
DeLorean,
DeLorean.
though.
True.
I know you haven't.
I do have a bonus point for Dom, though, so that's
Oh,
good.
you got that, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nicely done.
Good.
Yeah, but I mean, being 80s kids, those films are so
Cult film. Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, you don't have to be 80s kids.
Oh, you say that. My wife
Bram,
hasn't watched it.
my son.
She's 91, remember?
My son, she's 91. You're married to a 91-year-old.
She is aged.
Well, we should have left that hanging. And then
The comments.
Her year of birth.
oh, right. Okay.
So
sorry.
she's not an 80s kid. She's a 90s
She's
kid.
like-
Yeah, but my son loves those films.
Yeah, but what I mean is,
So
if you were born in the 90s or the thousands, there's a good chance that you haven't watched those films.
The
yes,
only
agreed.
Until
Agreed.
somebody who is an 80s kid brings
Shows
you
it to
into
you.
that world.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The only reason he's watched
Back
it
to the
because of
Future,
you.
though.
I
That is
just
true.
hope they never recast.
No.
Like they
don't
never try
redo
and do
it.
a reversion.
No.
No, it needs that 80s
It does.
futuristic vibe, doesn't it?
Also, I picked the second one because then I can use, even though it is at the end of yours, but the reshot version
Or with Elizabeth Shue.
with Elizabeth Shue. So it depends on whether you
Oh,
watched
yeah.
it the original time or whether you watched the recut version.
See,
Roads where we're going, we don't need roads.
That was my quote, yeah.
right. Which of the girlfriends did you prefer?
Do you know that I've actually got a name if I looked it up.
Jennifer.
Elizabeth Shue's character recast. The reason why she got that role is because the original actress had to go look after her mum who had cancer,
Oh.
and that is pretty much the only role she ever got.
Oh.
And they only managed to get
Make that
Elizabeth.
noise again in a minute.
They,
Oh.
and she only managed to get that. And she only managed to get that job originally in the first one that you've picked, Dominic,
Yeah.
because they originally started filming the film with Eric Stoltz. Is
They
it?
did. They did.
And then they said it wasn't working, so
They did like
so they
filmed
did
for, like,
5 weeks.
five,
They did
6
5
didn't
weeks, and then they recast as Michael J. Fox. And at that point, they could then ask this girl to be Jennifer again because she wasn't available. She was doing a TV series at the time. So it's absolute luck that she got the first one.
Jem's been trawling the trivia on this
Yeah.
week, hasn't he?
No, I've been looking about it because they used 6 DeLoreans that we used in the production.
Tell us how
It keeps
many.
going.
Go on.
Okay,
How
thank
many
you.
shells?
one of them was a fiberglass, just because they needed it to.
That was
they needed it to fly on screen.
Well,
So 6 DeLoreans
have they
in
used
total.
one of those in the stage show? Or?
No, I think that's probably not.
I'm thinking it's the fiberglass one.
Have either of you ever sat in a DeLorean?
No, I've
Back
seen
to
your
the
picture.
Future.
I've seen your picture from school.
Oh yeah, I have.
No, but weirdly, when we went to Universal, back
we went
then,
the ride.
We went in the ride, and
The
there was a DeLorean that used to be
Mm.
outside the ride there.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Throwing you about.
You went like
We're
like
showing our age here, but yeah, that
round
was cool.
dinosaurs. and-
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was really good.
It was a battle between that or the Star Wars.
I suppose you still have similar rides with like the roller coaster ones now, or the flight simulators.
It was like a simulator.
It was
wasn't
a
Great.
simulator. It was
Oh,
really
that was
good.
Yeah, it was simulator. Absolutely amazing. Although you could see everybody else's cars
Well, if you
round the
looked.
corner if you had a
looked.
look.
Yeah.
Still good.
So,
What memories? Yes,
DeLorean
is my
and
number
Back to
3.
the Future number
First
1.
one.
Back to the Future film was your number
3.
3. Jeremy's number 2
Correct. Is Back to the Future Part 2
with the DeLorean.
with
Right.
the DeLorean, the better DeLorean, because it now can fly.
I mean, they're the same DeLorean, just one's in the future and one's not.
Okay, technically.
It's a different timeline. That's always
Yeah.
all right.
Did you prefer the second film?
I do actually think it's got more jumping around time, so I think I'd prefer it.
Mm.
It does.
I also like the ending of the second one that sets up the third one because
Well, we'll talk about that in a bit because I'm going to talk about mine
oh,
because that's my number 1, isn't it?
what this
The
Not
second.
the third
second
one,
film?
Second.
No, nobody could pick the third one for the vehicle.
No.
Come on,
A horse.
nobody's picking the train.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Maybe
The train at the end. No,
Oh,
it's quite cool, but it's not as cool as
meet my
Right.
kids, Jules and Vern.
yeah. Good.
Well, there
Okay.
you go.
Good.
So we're on to Matthew,
Matt's number 2.
number 2.
Right. So now again, you may have picked a different film
Yeah,
than
I think
me
I have.
in this one, and I'm
Okay,
pretty
go
sure.
on.
Right. So the year of this film is 2021.
Oh, see, I think we've even gone the same film.
I think you might have gone for the right reasons then here.
Yeah, because it displays this vehicle in the best way.
Yeah, I think so. Dom's looking a bit lost.
No, I think I've gone. Carol.
Okay.
Have you gone for one of the originals?
Yeah, I think
There
so.
is 4 in this, right? And that's why my brain was scrambled.
Well, technically 5, but yeah.
Oh,
Because they're
no,
doing
because
the-
one of them's standalone. It doesn't go within the same system.
Go on, carry on.
Right. So I think we all know what we're talking about. So
I
shall I
think
give
so.
out some
Keep
more?
going,
Let's give
keep
some more
going.
clues. So,
So
what
this is
clues have I got?
my number 1.
So this is my number 2.
Oh, we might have to stop.
Should we pause?
Well,
Yeah.
it depends whether I'm on the right lines.
Oh, okay, good. So the tagline, because you know I love a tagline.
Have I chosen this film before?
This is okay. Can I get
Maybe?
to technicalities as to why I picked this film as well?
Yeah.
It does display it in the best way,
Yeah.
but I also went back and checked. I'm pretty sure I picked the original before, and
What?
I had, and I wasn't intending when we started this podcast
To do what I'm doing.
to not duplicate,
Yeah.
but I feel like this is too early to duplicate.
Okay.
And I only watched this film recently,
Yeah.
and that's why it's probably fresh in my mind as well.
So okay,
Discover the past, save the future. That's tagline of the 2021 film.
And there was one out in, would it classify as 2024?
Yes. Just.
And there
Is
was
it
one
recent?
in 1984,
been in
and
the
there is
cinema.
one in 1980.
I want to say 1990.
Do you?
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
is it that late?
that's-
Anyway,
That's the next podcast. That's the
I'm
extras.
thinking I might be thinking something different then.
Okay, so it's a car.
Okay,
It has a very iconic
hold
noise.
on. It's a 1959 Cadillac
Mm.
professional chassis.
Yeah,
I think
makes that noise.
okay, fine. I know what you're talking about, but that's not what I was. What
You
I've
haven't got that in your
You haven't got it
2
in
or
it?
1?
No.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Can I double
So
check? Can I
We'll
guess?
come back to it. We'll come back to it because I think we've got the same film.
Yeah, we've definitely got the same film.
Right. Okay. We'll come back to it.
So wait,
It's
it's my
definitely
number
iconic,
1.
but I wouldn't think Carol.
Right. Well, it's your turn and your turn for number 2 because we're moving on.
Okay. 2005. I feel like I've got
Giggling.
these. I feel like I've got these the wrong way around now. My 2 and 1, but I've stuck with it.
Okay.
It's because you like the film, but it's got an iconic vehicle in it.
Yeah. Go on.
Yep.
You don't sound confident in your own
No, I
choices
am.
this week.
No, you just keep the way you keep saying it as if the way I've done it is wrong.
It
But-
is. It's always wrong.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's
go on.
different.
Oh, yeah.
You've gone back to being
Different.
different.
Yeah. You do you.
Just
It's
reminds
all
me
right.
of Fantastic Mr. Fox when you say that. But what was his sentence? 2005,
Mm-hmm.
PG-13 is what it states.
Okay.
8.2 out of 10.
Well, it's not
It's popular.
It's popular. It's
Yeah.
good.
Very much so.
Is there actually a car in it we'd recognise? Is it a car?
A van.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's kind of it's definitely a.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not a car or a van.
Okay, give me
It's
some more
a
clues.
modified military vehicle.
Okay, is it the second? Have you put the second of a series?
It's a big. Well, it's a
What
big
year were we?
franchise.
What year?
2005.
Keep going.
Is it 2 vehicles in one?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think I've got a bonus point again. I think I've cracked you this week.
2 vehicles in one?
So it's
As in
not 2 vehicles in
you
the
only
first.
see the second
it's-
one.
yeah.
You only see the second vehicle
In the first of the
film.
films, it is a military and repurposed.
Yep.
And then in the second one, and they didn't tell anyone filming this
No.
in the first film that this was
Second
going to
vehicle
happen in the
comes
second
from
film.
it.
You have picked this film before, Matthew.
Yes, you have.
Is this a DC film?
Correct.
Correct.
So we're talking Batman of some form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second one. And I understand why.
Are we talking about...
I actually picked the Batman. Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I picked Batman Begins. I know. Wait.
Oh, sacrilegious.
Only because
Right.
There
You
is
know what?
there is no Batpod in
only
that one.
having seen. It's the whole
No.
origin part to it as well, though. But
Mm.
it's the way that where it's created from. And I know you don't know that there's a second vehicle, but now I've seen them all. I do.
I
But I
think the
still
fact
prefer
that bat tank is basically like a
It's
tank.
a tank. Yeah.
It's a tank, isn't it? And I actually think that was a very good interpretation of actually how you'd come up with a Batmobile.
Oh no, a realistic way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's just.
I mean, the idea that it's down in a cellar that nobody knows about is a bit beyond me.
But the reason I didn't pick the second one is because he uses the bike.
Do you mean
significant?
the third film? No, go on.
No, it's in the second one. As I said, they
'cause he gets
in
to-
secret they decided that there would be a second vehicle, which is the Batpod that comes out of
the
it.
wheels. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I know which one you mean. Yes,
And that's why
So the
I
bike.
thought you would pick the
Yeah.
second one, because it has 2 vehicles in one basically, and it's
So you-
twice as good.
So you
But-
don't get your mark. Do you get your
I've
point?
put Batmobile Batman.
Oh, he can have it. Don't he?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
that's fine.
half mark at best.
There are many
I'm having
Batmans.
that.
There are many Batmobiles.
But
It's
this one
just
is
if I
very
was
much
going to
the
put
most-
this one in, I would have put the second film in
The
for
only-
sure.
Only because you've got 2 then. It's not one, like to me, it's not the single. And obviously,
I would count it as one though, wouldn't you?
No, because it's 2 vehicles. And also, the second one doesn't really show that vehicle as much as the
Okay,
the
then
bike.
hold on. Technicalities here. Wet Nelly out of James Bond. Hope you haven't picked that.
No.
It officially is a car and a submarine. Does that mean it's 2 vehicles?
No, because it's the same vehicle.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's
Just
more,
like you
it's
said-
more like a combination of Transformers going together.
No, that's rubbish. Because the rest of the shell doesn't exist as something.
Mine's saying that. Yeah, but you're saying when it's a submarine, it's still the same vehicle.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
I think you got it right.
getting Batman Begins.
deep in the
But I agree. Yeah.
But you're
Batmobile.
right. It is iconic.
Yes.
Mm. Well, yeah, you can't confuse it with anything else.
And
can you?
weirdly, I think I've seen the Batpod when we did the studio tours at Warner Brothers.
Ooh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
When did you do that?
When we went to LA in 2018. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was, I don't remember that. Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Good,
my number
lovely.
2.
Very good. Good choice.
So we're on to James 1, are we?
Which is Matthew's number 2 as well. So have
Yep.
you guessed what it is, Dominic?
No, I can't remember what were the clues.
The Cadillac.
Oh yeah, it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and we both picked 2021, which means
Yes.
we both picked Ghostbusters
Afterlife.
Afterlife.
I haven't seen it.
So part
Is
of
it
my
more iconic in that one then?
Yes.
yes, it's used
Absolutely.
so much better,
It is.
and
'Cause of
also
all its
it's
features.
arguably has got a second vehicle that stems
Man.
off of it.
Yeah, well, I included that as my reasoning.
Yeah, agreed.
So in the first 2 movies, it is just something that gets them from A to B and makes that noise and looks very, very iconic.
Iconic, yeah.
Okay. In the one that Jeremy and I have chosen,
And I only recently watched this.
yeah, me too. The last 6 months I've now watched it twice.
I literally in the last week, 2 weeks.
It initially turns up and it doesn't work, gets fixed, and then when they use it, there's a chair that comes out and there's like a gun chair that they use to used they used the proton.
See, my
packs
brain thinks there's.
at the same time. It's amazing.
My
Catch the
brain
ghosts.
thinks that existed previously but wasn't used.
It might have done.
Yeah, I
It
can't.
may well have done. I think they made a very good use of that.
So here's an interesting point.
Ecto 1.
Here's an interesting point. That's the technicality I'm going to pill you up on.
Yeah, go on.
So officially, Ecto 1 is in the first film, and then there's a scene where it breaks down, and then they get a replacement, which is the Ecto 1A.
Do they?
Yeah, in Ghostbusters 2. And there's a big debate online because I got caught up in it a little bit.
Have you been trolling people?
Is the one in our film Ecto 1 or Ecto 1A? And officially, there is there's a photo that got taken because it's not in the film, where there is an Ecto 1A registration plate that has been is left in the background as if it's been replaced to turn it back to Ecto 1.
Oh.
I am
really
geeking out
you
this
have probably
week.
deep dive
gone.
this week, haven't
I've
you?
done the complete opposite.
Dom's Googling live.
But it's basically a repurposed ambulance.
It is.
Isn't it hers?
It's a Cadillac built by the Miller
it's a
Meteor
Cadillac.
Company. It's a Cadillac.
It was an ambulance. It was an ambulance.
Isn't it a
Hers.
for a,
No, it was
No, it's an
hers.
ambulance. Although in America, ambulances are used to transport dead bodies as well.
They are.
It's similar to our shape of a
Hers,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
Something,
long,
yeah.
long, and can
Long and a big
somebody lying down can
Yes.
go in the back.
yes.
See, I like that Matthew's done this because I put on my notes. I feel like I'm going to get some stick from this one because, the
it's not the
vehicles that
original.
used in the film is not. Yeah, it's not the original film.
No, I think
but-
it's used much better in this film. If you haven't seen it, you absolutely need to, because it sort of combines. The movie itself has like a Goonies feel to it, in that the kids are involved.
It so drew me back to watching Ghostbusters for the first time because
And I shed
it's a new
I shed
cast.
A tear.
Yeah, it's a new cast first
Did you
and
actually?
foremost.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say it went that far.
Oh, it did. No, I did.
But it's got then the nostalgia feel to it. And I know we talked about it on the extra, and Matthew did very well by not unveiling lots of stuff for me because I watched it and just absorbed it in such a way. And it makes me want to go see Frozen Empire now.
That theremin noise was brilliant all the way through.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to watch it.
And Paul Rudd plays a brilliant character. I have to be honest with you, there isn't, without giving away spoilers, there isn't.
He's not in it much. Is he?
Yeah, he's not a
not
massive
that-
part,
no.
but I feel like he is going to be.
Might be, yeah.
In the one that they've just with
the
Bill Murray and
Frozen Empire.
Frozen
Yeah.
Empire one.
Yeah.
It is really good, and
It just, if you've seen the originals, it just hits heartstrings all over the
It
place.
hits harder if you've seen the originals. So Kim hadn't really seen the original much, or couldn't really remember it. So after we watched Afterlife, we went back and watched the original, and with the kids,
I love it.
and they thought it was brilliant. And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, it is. It's the same sort of noises. Oh, in fact, the soundtrack just is. They've done a really good job on that. Loved it.
And it's definitely aimed at us.
It is aimed at our generation. Absolutely.
It's aimed at us and
See,
getting
I
you
didn't-
back into the cinema.
I didn't watch it originally because I thought it was completely
Have a check because it was on
different-
BBC,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
might still be
Yeah.
able to
BBC
get
have got all four
the
of them.
iPlayer.
No, all three of them.
All three of them.
Well,
And the other one we're not talking
the
about.
remake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Jeremy's
I'll have
made
to
a
watch
good choice.
Also, great idea. There's one character who's named after what we're doing right now.
There is.
His character name is Podcast.
Yeah. That's right. And he really found his voice in episode 43.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right? Is it
Yeah.
43?
And the only other person who subscribed and listened to him, I won't spoil.
okay,
but
it's someone
very
else.
funny.
Very good.
There we go.
My number 2, Jeremy's
So I'm
number
done.
1. You're
So
done.
it's your
I'm
number
done.
one, Math, is
So
it?
my number 1 you have already been talking about, so I'm just going to dive straight into it.
Scooby Doo.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what came to my mind.
To be fair,
Mystery Machine.
No.
so
So
it's iconic. Yeah.
it is.
And
so,
they're making a new one.
oh, are they?
Yep.
Of course they are. It's cheaper to make a
Well,
new
they'd
one.
made a Scooby animated one a
Yeah.
couple of years ago.
Mm.
It was rubbish.
Anyway,
But, yeah.
we're not talking about Scooby Doo.
No, we're
No,
not.
we're not.
What are we talking about? We're talking about
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future 2. And what vehicle am I talking about?
You are talking about the hoverboard.
I am talking about the hoverboard.
Okay.
So I decided to go with the hoverboard because I actually much prefer the second film.
Yeah.
I mean, the original is brilliant,
Sorry, Dom.
but I think
Ganging up on you here.
Yeah, that's fun.
I much prefer the second one. I think it introduces time travel and tries to explain it in a way that actually sort of makes a little bit of sense while also complicating
now you're stretching
things.
it doesn't really make sense
It does.
because there's a lot of loopholes.
There are, but that's the problem with time travel in general.
Yeah, true.
So I really like the whole the chalkboard sort of discussion.
Diagram,
Yeah,
yeah.
the diagram, the different versions of the present, all of that side of stuff, and the fact that it sort of. I mean, I didn't really like the to be continued. I never like a film
Sort of
that does that,
butterfly
but-
effect, sort of.
Yeah.
Look at it. Yeah.
So I really like that. And the hoverboard to me, there isn't really a hoverboard, but it doesn't exist, does it? But if you saw a pink skateboard with green,
So you're going for that one, not on any of the other.
no, definitely the pink one that has
much
Mattel
so.
written
That
on it.
That he breaks the
He breaks the
handles off,
handlebar,
the
so it's like a
handles off,
scooter,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, a hover
Yeah.
scooter.
hover
Yes.
scooter, yeah.
So when
Okay.
you said, is it adapted? I was like, yeah, it is. It is.
Oh,
adapted.
okay. I didn't even
Snaps
think
the
of that bit.
handlebars
Yeah.
off.
But it is. I mean, it is in the third one as well.
He does the same, doesn't he?
He does the same
in the
thing.
70s.
Oh, maybe he doesn't. Maybe
He-
I'm misremembering. Maybe he just takes the.
In the third one.
No, you're right. He does adapt that, but I feel like that's a harp to the first
one,
film where
where
he adapts because he's a skateboarder. He adapts a
adapts the
scooper in the
scooter,
first
yeah.
one as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah,
And then holds on to the back of the vehicle, yeah.
that's right. So
As he
yeah,
does
it's
in the
the
second one.
and because obviously hoverboards don't work on water unless
You
you
got
have
the
power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and yet he still hits that truck full of poo.
he does. Yeah, and yeah. It's Billy Zane. Billy Zane in that movie as one of the his henchmen guys.
Oh,
Billy
so I
Zane?
thought you were trying to say that Biff Tannen was Billy Zane there. I was like, definitely not.
No, Billy Zane's in the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But Crispin Glover is not.
Oh no,
The dad, the guy that played the dad isn't
Yes.
isn't in the second or third movie.
do you know there's a real? Do you know the big thing about this?
Did they fall out with the director or something?
No,
about
the
it?
more interesting bit is
Oh, okay.
they got sued. They got sued because of it because
Oh, they used his
they
likeness. Didn't
they had taken a cast of his face
Mhm.
for something,
Oh my
and then they
gosh.
basically put the actor and they put his face over the top of it, but they didn't pay him anything, and he basically sued them for the fact that they used
Yeah.
his face.
They used his actual face. They used his likeness, like
Quite
a proper
rightly.
version of his
So
likeness.
now, when they do things like Star Wars and they scan your face, you basically at that point sign over,
sign away your face.
sign away.
Yeah.
Well, I think they agree royalties or whatever
Yeah.
it is now. But yeah,
Yeah.
but
Very
he was
cool.
like a trade, a sort of cutting edge point.
And there you go.
No, the hoverboard. Love it. It's the bit that Bran remembers from the second film as well.
Did we go on a studio tour and they took us round
The square.
the
yes.
square?
Universal.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Universal.
Again, we're
lots.
probably showing our age because they probably don't do that anymore.
The lot
I
still
think they do.
exists. They use it for all
but
sorts
it
of
must be
different things.
redesigned because they used to keep
All
it
the
in that
time.
look.
No. They're always reusing it as a lot because I even saw a clip on TikTok of young Sheldon running over to one of the tour
I
lots
saw something on
as they were doing that.
one of the YouTube kids where they still do a lot of it looked the same because they did a studio tour on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've still got the underwater earthquake
Yes.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
and the Jaws bit.
Yeah.
Still as well.
I suppose that's for us. Kids are like,
I
what the
think
heck
it's
is
just,
this?
it still
rubbish?
works.
Yeah.
They might as well keep it. We're not going to replace it with
Gives
it.
you
It
an
still
idea
works.
of how they do it in the films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pretty much don't anymore.
No.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's all CGI. Anyway,
Okay, that's your
that's
number
my
one.
number one. I'm interested to know what Dominic's number one is because I've
think-
sort
Oh.
of thought he would have had one
Fast
of
and
those.
Furious, Dominic Toretto.
No, it's not. No.
Okay,
I had an idea that I've crossed out, and I crossed it out before we started.
Yeah.
so you haven't got a
Mhm.
point for him. Oh, no, you
I
did,
did.
you
I've
did,
got
you
a point for both of you because I had Ghostbusters for you as
There
well.
we go.
Which one did you put down, Matthew?
I just put Ghostbusters.
That is cheating.
It's
That's
not.
5 films we've just agreed now.
Batman is probably about 20.
Which Batman did you have?
I put Batmobile Batman.
Well, I would have put Ghostbusters Ecto 1. So
Okay, we're okay then.
keep going.
Well, I got both of you wrong, so it's fine. 2010.
Yep.
It's the second. There's 2 films. They're about, I'm going to say, I don't know the exact of the other one, sorry.
Mhm.
I just realised that. But they're about 30 years apart. 6.8 IMDb.
Hold on.
PG.
30 years
Mary
apart.
Poppins.
No.
No, I was
Yeah, the
nearly there.
umbrella. Yeah.
It's the umbrella. Yeah.
Blade
No.
Runner.
Action, adventure, sci-fi.
Is he right with Blade Runner?
No, he's not.
Oh,
No.
that was good though.
That was really good, actually, yeah. Very similar in the fact that the original cast play the same characters in the second film.
Oh,
Right, keep going.
So the first
Known
one was
for
out
its-
in the
oh, sorry.
80s.
Yes.
Sci-fi.
Known for its game arenas and fight scenes.
Tron.
And the
Is it Tron? The Tron bikes?
yeah, it's the light cycle.
So
Tron
which
Legacy.
film did you pick?
I picked the second one.
The second
I don't
one.
really remember the first one. I've watched it, but I don't remember
The
it.
second one, the bikes are particularly...
And
they made a bigger deal
Yeah,
of
the
them.
game arenas are epic. 'Cause they've got like a flying disc that they use as well that can. But they're the light cycle.
I've seen this film, but I always muck it up in my head because it's quite complicated.
What,
It
the
is
movie?
complicated, yeah.
The first movie's not.
No, the second one.
is.
The second one I've seen like 3 times, and I agree with you. I couldn't really tell you
Because
why
I
it
feel
was going on.
like
There's a lot of politics. It feels like there's a lot of politics.
it is
Yeah.
about that.
It is about that, yeah. But the whole town, well, the whole
And is there two
It's
of the same
changed.
people?
no,
No, the
the original
Jeff Bridges character
he's there
has
still, yeah.
been trapped,
Okay, that's what it is.
or
That's
does he
in my
get sucked
brain.
in again?
No, so he's been trapped for
Right,
however
okay.
many years,
Yeah,
and he's in his own area outside of the
that's
the
right.
main city. If you
Okay.
call it in Tron.
Mm-hmm.
And then his son just thinks he's dead, and he becomes CEO of the company. Goes into the arcade.
Who plays his son?
The guy's name is Garrett Hedlund.
Okay,
Very
Yeah. I can't even see his face.
No, I can't either.
no, Olivia Wilde plays.
I
Probably
remember
one of the best.
Olivia Wilde in it. I do
Yeah.
remember Olivia Wilde in it.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
The actual
Mm.
the fight scenes in that film are very, very good.
I would have to say, if I think of the word Tron, especially the new film, I do just think of the bike.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's
With
what it
like
is. Yeah.
neon edges.
Neon, yeah, kind
Mhm.
of hover. So
And
they
how
have
many
no-
mobile games are pretty much worked off of
Yeah.
the same premise? You
Where
know,
you
where you
cut
have to get
them
the
off.
areas
Yeah.
and that sort of
exactly
stuff.
that.
Yeah, well, I agreed, yeah.
But no,
All right,
there are
Nokia
new,
3210 over there.
Old
but there are
school.
new ones, yeah, where you have your own area. If you get trapped, then you
If you cut off
cut
there,
off someone else's.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are lots of games like that now. Yeah,
But yeah, that's why I went for Light Cycle.
I can't disagree. It is iconic.
Yeah, it is iconic.
I can understand why you thought in the last moment, maybe I'll switch these two
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to
probably
pull
the
you
right
back
thing
to what you said as well. You're telling me that you like Tron Legacy better than John Wick.
I think with a combo,
Maybe he does.
Yeah.
I think he's found 5 vehicles. And
I find it. I
the
really
order could
do
have been
like that
hard.
film.
I think
don't-
week on week, Dom struggles with the order of these films and
I
just,
do, 'cause I
sort
just-
of chooses them
I think
randomly.
I just choose my top 5. Yeah, I put them in a list and go.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Nice.
but yes, the Light Cycle.
Nice
Right.
top 5. Are we going to recount now? Or no, not we going to recount yet? Or are we going
Well,
to...
first of all, I got 2 points. I got Batmobile
Oh,
and
that's
Dumb and
right.
Dumber. Matthew, you got 2 points. You got Ghostbusters for me and...
Back to the Future for Dom. But should I tell you what I thought he might go for?
Oh, go on.
I thought, and I crossed it out, my first initial thought, I thought you might go for Gone in 60 Seconds.
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
It was my number 5, and I switched it. For
Oh,
Star Trek.
see.
Yeah,
Close.
Eleanor,
Good.
Shelby G.
good
Shams.
change.
Swapping it out then.
So, Dominic, what did you have for us?
I thought you would go. I thought you were going to get something Star Warsy for you. And Math, I went for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Right, both of those were on my honourable mentions
do you
list.
know what? I didn't even think of Chitty Chitty Bang
I
Bang.
did think Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but I thought,
It's not really about that.
could
for
I
me.
actually draw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang right now?
It's a really old
Old
car
car.
with
Yeah.
wings.
That has one of those roll back
Yeah.
convertible things. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure I would put it on my list. That was why.
and
But
it winds
is-
up at the front.
Oh, it does.
Like Brum. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it is like Brum. You're right.
It's like Brum. There's
Okay.
for reference
that's what I
for
had.
all of you that are over 30.
So before we recap, any more honourable mentions? Because weirdly,
Yeah.
I thought Dominic might try James Bond because he does
There's
like
too
James
many.
Bond.
There's too many vehicles.
I actually also think that the problem I have with that is I would say, yes, the Aston Martin is an iconic vehicle. I did think of the underwater one.
Wet
The
Nose.
Lotus Esprit,
Go on.
is that what it was? Anyway, but I did think I couldn't tell you if that had been in a James Bond movie or whether it's just an Aston Martin. Like,
So
I
an
couldn't
Aston
tell you
Mar-
the specific
Yeah.
one.
Agreed.
One of the DBs. But yeah,
Yeah.
The best one I know is the Pierce Brosnan one that goes invisible. Awful film.
Oh, I'd
One of the
forgotten
worst
about
ones.
that one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it's invisible. It can't be
Yeah.
iconic and I can't see it.
Although it's not invisible because we can all see it.
No,
Yeah,
he turns it on. He's got
He
like the
does make it.
reflective.
No, but what I mean is for the film, it'd be rubbish if it went proper invisible. So they put it slightly invisible.
One of the guys at work said Jurassic Park Jeeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
did
with the
think of that,
colouring,
but
I
yeah.
thought that was a
I
good
tried to
idea.
differ as well. I was trying to find submarines, Hunt for Red October, but it was like it's not memorable. It's just a
No,
submarine.
It's in a submarine, isn't it?
I've got the Love Bug,
Yes, I thought that one.
Beetle,
Herbie.
What's that?
Herbie. Yeah, that is the shape. I do think if it's got the number 53 on it.
I've got the
Lindsay Lohan do a Herbie film.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Matthew knows about it.
Yep.
I've got the Dodge in Blues Brothers. I see that.
Yeah.
That's more memorable than the John Wick one for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Starsky and Hutch as well, but
Yes, the what's it called? Colonel.
Now here's an interesting one. I almost said Iron Man.
Or what with his suit?
His suit is theoretically a vehicle, no?
Well, you just called it a suit. But I take your point.
I take your point. Yeah,
I didn't think.
I
I thought Transformers, but then I also thought that doesn't really count.
Bumblebee. That's what I've got that on mine.
No, see, I couldn't have cars. I couldn't have Transformers because they're characters. They're not vehicles.
But they travel in him.
Cars you could have had.
You can't have cars. You can't say Mater
I don't know. I think you can.
because it's a character. It's not a vehicle.
You say that. I
happens to
saw
be a
one.
vehicle.
Yeah, there was like a pickup truck that came by, and I thought, I don't know, but yeah, Bumblebee's car, the Camaro.
The other one I will mention is the car in Home, if you've ever seen it, that runs on slushies.
Yeah.
And for those people who are, and I don't know if Dominic will never have seen this, Smokey and the Bandit.
Just a clue.
No, I
just a
haven't
clue.
seen that either.
Have you not?
No.
And I could just call the truck as well from that.
Starsky and Hutch, it was the General Lee. Is the name of the car.
Yep.
Okay. Should we do a quick recap?
Well, do you want to know mine? Or are we just going to ignore me?
Oh,
I've got some good ones.
Go.
They're good.
I'm waiting
Come on.
then.
Right. Well, first of all, my last thing that I thought of was Titanic, because obviously
Oh, God,
that is quite an iconic vehicle.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm not
Seeing
picking
as that's
that.
in our annoying films, probably not.
I did have the car in the SS Enterprise, but have you seen? You haven't. Jeremy hasn't. You probably haven't, Dom.
Saw 7.
In the film My Neighbor Totoro, there is a vehicle which is a cat. It's called the Cat Bus, and they queue up at a bus stop and they get inside this cat that is shaped like a bus. Which, if you've seen the film, it's particularly iconic. If you can Google it later. In fact, Dom, you can Google it.
I know the film. I know what you're talking about.
And then I also thought of my last one was. Do you remember in Young Sherlock Holmes?
Oh, yeah.
Where he goes and flies in that weird little contraption. Yeah, that was the other one I thought of.
Okay.
Don't worry, what was with the sigh?
What about Mary Poppins when they get on the carousel and then they start going places?
Well, but I didn't say that.
Yeah, I
said
know.
Young
It
Sherlock
just
Holmes.
reminded me.
Okay.
Shall we recap? Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
You to start.
I'll kick it off. My number 5 film was the iconic bus that Dominic can't remember in Speed. My number 4 film is the green and wood-panelled National Lampoon's Vacation car. My number 3 is the car that looks like a dog in Dumb and Dumber. My number 2 is the DeLorean when it's been vamped up in the second one. And my number 1 film is, of course, Ecto 1 or 1A, we're not sure, from Ghostbusters Afterlife.
When you say we, you mean all the people online?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will have somebody reference it at some point.
Well, my top 5 that doesn't need the amount of justification that Jeremy's did is the red Ferrari from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Very specific.
Number 4 are the pedal cars from Bugsy Malone.
Not real.
Number 3 is the Mutz Cuts car from Dumb and Dumber.
Great choice.
Number 2 is Ecto 1 Reborn.
Yeah,
That's what
nicely
I
said.
called it.
That's good. That's good. I like
from
that.
Ghostbusters Afterlife. And my number 1 was the Mattel hoverboard from Back to the Future Part 2.
I'm not going to make a comment on that one. I'm okay with that.
That comes back to me. So my number 5 was the USS Enterprise on Star Trek Into Darkness. Number 4 was the Mustang Boss from John Wick. Number 3, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, not the revamped one. And my number 2, Batman Begins, the Batmobile. And number 1, Tron Legacy, the Light Cycle.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for being patient on this. No, I was going to say for being patient on this episode, listening this far, but also for waiting for Thursday to come so that they could listen to it. And thank you for your continuing listening. If you do want to get in touch with us and tell us how good we are, how I win. Oh, I should say I did add a little poll on.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
When I clicked on it, I obviously picked myself, and I was not doing very well, but I was still doing better than you at this point, Dom.
Yeah, when I clicked it last, it was 0 Dom, 79% to me, and 21% to Matthew.
A couple of people agreed with me then. That's good.
Yeah, sorry about that, Dom.
For what in general?
Yeah, for who won
Who won?
the last podcast.
The
So
last
if you want to
podcast,
vote,
okay.
because I will put it out again, I'll put one out for this week. Please get in touch with us at Top 5 Films That, and we will put the poll as again on Instagram so I can win.
Wow.
That's fair. I didn't make all those votes.
Well,
so
Why are you saying that
posted
then?
it.
well, because you seem to be accusing me because you
didn't
got
say
0 votes.
Guilty conscience,
He's not,
right there.
he's not got much of a social media presence, so does he?
No.
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 So if the Worldwood Finance could get behind him this one time. But other than that, I think it's just time for us to say thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.